Hey, this is Carlos Abdu reporting live from the Brooklyn Book Festival. And while it looks like I'm on a hot date, I'm actually with the writer and artist of Megg, MOGG and OWL. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing great, Carlos. I'm having a great time at the Brooklyn Book Festival.
So, how did you get started on Megg, MOGG and OWL?
It just sort of happened by accident. I moved to the UK, London, in 2008, and just started drawing witches. It just happened by accident. It was a stoned accident.
A stoned accident. That just makes it a more interesting accident.
Yeah, it's roughly based on a British kids book series as well called Megg and Mogg, but with just one G. And oddly enough, the illustrator of those lived in the exact area where I started doing my Megg and Mogg, and I had no idea. So I think it was some kind of magic in the air, and I just harnessed this magic.
Did he came by your house and wondered, like, why the hell are you ripping me off, wanker?
I don't think he's aware of me yet, but I have been waiting for a cease and desist from Penguin Books. But I think the characters look completely different. It's all my story in there. I put the extra G's on the names. I didn't expect Megg and Mogg to blow up and become like popular, and at the time I had no idea. So I wish I'd made up something more original. It's all my life story in there, and my friends. It's all my stories.
To be fair, if there's any cease and desist coming up, we'll edit that from the run. Don't worry, you will be protected.
It's getting out there. They'll find out at some point.
So, your latest volume right now is Megahex.
Yep.
And what is your next work coming up?
I've got a bunch of books coming out. I've got a French and Spanish edition of Megg and Mogg stuff coming out in December. I've already had some French and Spanish editions, and I've got German and Italian ones coming out. But my next English books, I'll have a couple of floppies out, some short stuff, and then I'll do another big book with Fantagraphics called Megg's Coven, which will continue Megahex.
Let me ask, is this Megg, MOGG and OWL, is it collected in regular paperback, or is it distributed online, like a lot of the hit indie scene going on right now?
Well, I started putting it all on Tumblr, and that's sort of how I got noticed. So yeah, it collects a lot of the Tumblr stuff and a lot of new stuff I did for the book. I wanted to do like 70 pages of new stuff, which I did. And I had a book last year called Life Zone that I didn't put online. And yeah, a few other things. But I do this stuff for Vice online every week. Mm-hmm. So I like to strike a balance between online free stuff for people who can just read it for free.
Yeah.
And then people can buy the book if they want to support me and, own it as a book.
How is your reaction? You told me right now that you had never thought that this thing was going to blow up so big.
Yeah.
Like, how do you react, man? How do you deal with that?
I just work really hard. I've always worked really hard, even before I was like popular or whatever. I just worked really hard because I enjoy it. I love the process. It's like art therapy. I love drawing and telling stories, and yeah, it's just a bonus that people like it, and I get flown over to America for free and get interviewed by cool people.
You said you came from Tasmania, right?
Yep, Tasmania. Tiny little Tasmania. Tasmanian Devils. Right down the bottom of Australia. Really far down. It took me 32 hours door to door to fly over to Bethesda for SPX.
Oh.
It was a long, brutal flight.
Well, congratulations, you're here.
Yeah, I made it.
Yay, living the dream.
I've been to Philly, I've been to Charlottesville and Bethesda. I'm going to Pittsburgh next week and Chicago and the whole West Coast. And it's all free. It's all paid for.
You mentioned you were touring with one of the storyboard artists for Adventure Time. What was that like?
Yeah, Michael DeForge. He's a good friend. He's the props designer. He's done a storyboard. Yeah, it's fun. We get on well. It's good. I'm navigating my own TV deal, so it's good to have him. He's been through it all, so he gives me good advice, and he can recommend lawyers. And Brandon Graham's just over there behind us. He did some Adventure Time stuff as well, and yeah, we're all getting picked off. All of those alternative cartoonists. There's a big animation boom, and they're picking all of us off.
And if the kids don't get you, there's always Comedy Central.
Exactly. Well, Adult Swim would be a good fit, I think.
Yeah. Congratulations on all your newfound success.
Thank you, Carlos.
When will you show up next? Are you going to New York Comic Con, Mocha Fest?
I'm going to try and move to America in the next couple of months. That's my plan, to move to Seattle. And then I can do all the festivals. But my next big thing will be Angoulême in France.
Ooh.
And I'll be going to TCAF next year in Toronto and Columbia late next year.
Wow,
Yeah,
you're going everywhere, man.
Yeah, people are excited by Megg and Mogg. It's really weird, but it's really cool.
Well, where can everyone find Megg, MOGG and OWL other than Fantagraphic Books?
Weekly on Vice.com. It's on a break right now while I'm touring. But yeah, weekly on Vice. Fantagraphics, Comixology, just around the internet. You can just Google Megg, MOGG and OWL and it'll come up. And there's a lot on my Tumblr. There's like hundreds of pages of stuff on my Tumblr to read for free. And yeah. And hopefully TV soon. Look out for it on TV.
Well, sir, you have been very cool and very lovely.
You guys have been great. Thank you very much, Carlos.
This is Carlos Abdu, signing off. Cheers.